Here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to another episode of the Capital Gains Tax Solutions podcast, where we believe most high net worth individuals and those who help them, they struggle with clarifying their capital gains tax deferral options. Not having a clear plan is the enemy, and using a proven tax deferral strategy such as the deferred sales trust is an amazing way for you to create and preserve more wealth when you go to exit highly appreciated cryptocurrency businesses, real estate, also saving a failed 1031 exchange. Hey, I'm your host, Brett Swartz. In each episode, I'm joined by some of the best real estate, financial, wealth, and sometimes digital marketing experts in the world, where they share their ideas, deal stories, and inspiration. So together we make complex tax deferral strategies simple, passive income plans achievable. We're also streaming on expert CRE secrets. So we appreciate everybody there. You can go to capitalgainstaxsolutions.com to learn more about how to get started. And I'm excited about our next guest. His name is Jason Fishman, and he is focused on investors and users acquisition agencies. So investors into real estate and how to really focus on marketing and building all kinds of different things. And it could be blockchain, it could be equity crowdfunding, it could be mobile apps, Facebook advertising, a number of things. And he's out of Marina Del Rey, California. Please welcome to the show with me, Jason Fishman. Jason, how you doing?
Doing great, Brett. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. And if those want to know in touch with Jason, you can go to digitalnicheagency.com. That's digitalnicheagency.com. And Jason, for our listeners getting to know you for the first time, would you give us a little bit more about your story and your current focus?
Absolutely. So I'm a marketer, been doing this for 15 years. My background is in advertising technology before starting the agency in 2014, DNA. And we quickly found fundraising to be a common theme among our clients. I was able to tap into data partnerships to reach accredited investors and introduce them to investment opportunities. Through that, we saw success. We saw regulations opening up more to target retail investors. And fast forward to 2016, started working on equity crowdfunding, Reg CF campaigns. From there, Reg A Plus, both of those allowing for virtually all adults to invest into these type of deals, both retail and high net worth. And building out more databases, more funnels to be able to build education around the deal points among the investor audiences. We did start working in the blockchain space in 2017, first with crowd sales, later with exchanges. We've done DeFi projects, various types of Web3 properties. But across any of these different verticals, my job is essentially the same. I set up my team to reach the right investors and take them to deals that they'll be interested in.
Perfect. Love that, Jason. And before we get into the secrets of how to market your commercial real estate offerings to investors using your advanced digital expertise for marketing, I want to take one other step back. You know, Jason, I believe we've all been given gifts in this life, and these gifts have been given to us to be a blessing and help to others. So I'm curious, what are those one or two gifts that you believe you were given, and how does it help how you help and bless people today?
You know, that's a question I haven't been asked before. I do a lot of these panels, did one in person yesterday, been doing a workshop every morning this week. One thing for me is capturing story and being able to say things in a few words. I follow a model called the 313 method from Ryan Folan, big TEDx speaker, where you break down what you do into 3 words. But I've always been able to do that to an extent. The next piece is the transfer of energy, excitement, getting people interested in things that will actually benefit them. So being able to talk about these deals, being able to look at them in an enrolling way. I have a podcast of my own. Forgot to mention that in my bio. It's called Test, Optimize, Scale. Just came out with episode 85. And being able to do a similar thing to this, where we're capturing others' story and build excitement around it. I think those are definitely gifts of mine. If I was to add a third, it's just an overall thirst for life. So whether that means travel, exploring different golf courses, just did a Sandpiper in Santa Barbara over the weekend. I get 20 to 30 days a year snowboarding. I really try to bring friends, family, clients, partners into these different adventures together. And that's just led to good things across the board.
Excellent. So we got capturing story, take out the 313 method, a little bonus there for you guys.
Yes.
Number 2, transfer of energy, being able to help people build excitement around maybe something or something new. And number 3, thirst for life. Is that a good summary, Jason?
That is it.
Awesome. Let's dive right into the topic at hand, how to market commercial real estate offerings to investors. So, Jason, what's the number one secret to doing that?
For me, it's always been social proof. People don't believe what they see on the internet. So if you're using digital marketing to reach commercial real estate investors, if you're able to show an anchor investor, a lead investor to kick off the round, if you're able to show partners, publishers, anyone who's talked about you to validate the type of deal flow that you have, you're going to get a different type of listening than if you're just going straight at the tombstone information from there.
So kicking off with social proof in the very beginning. So just like, hey, everybody, just couple all the fluff, all the sizzle. Let's go right to the steak. And let's just show you some key partners, publications, actual clients. Is that a fair summary so far?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And you have more opportunity to do that in a longer form, in an advertisement. And we could talk further about ads as this moves along. It could be logos, but it does something subconsciously to create a greater sense of trust.
Excellent. What's the number 2 secret to how to market commercial real estate offerings to investors?
Sure. So the gut responses to these, don't have anything prepared directly, is it's all in the follow-up. Do not look at transactions to occur on the first touch. I make a lot of offline to online analogies. You wouldn't do so in a first meeting with an investor as much as getting in depth, learning a bit about each other, talking about the opportunity, talking about the long term. And again, before getting into the details and numbers, which will probably be a later point here, but either way, whether you're looking at offline methods and applying to online, whether you're looking at online right out of the gate, it's generally not going to be on the first interaction. Do not fall short on the follow-up. I went through my workshop this morning, email follow-ups, and the amount of individuals that don't follow up more than twice. Meanwhile, somewhere between the 7th and 12th contact is where it all happens. When we're talking advertising, it's all in the retargeting, running ads to people who've already been to the offering, LinkedIn messages, you name it. Look at an ongoing discussion, that marketing funnel to take audiences from awareness to consideration to intent, intending to invest in the deal. And a majority will not participate at that point to actually completing the transaction. And actually at the bottom of the funnel is social proof. If my brother tells me to look at a deal, far greater chance that I will even move on it. So to be able to have that follow-up in mind from the beginning, I can't emphasize enough.
Makes sense. All in the follow-up, 7 to 12 contacts. It's the contact sport, not just 2. And you want to be able to know that you're not going to get it all done in one contact or one meeting. Is that a fair summary so far, Jason?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll see a lot of groups market after a week, 2 weeks. They're unsure why it's not happening when that's inconclusive data. We haven't even gone through an average sales cycle yet. So you want to look at how to make channels to work, what to optimize to get it there. And don't sell your brand short. Don't sell the deal short. Don't lose traction during missed follow-up opportunities.
Excellent. What's the number 3 secret to how to market commercial real estate offerings to investors?
Make the deal as attractive as possible. Visuals, everything about the deal points, direct value. Speak to the audience's benefit. They care more about that than anything else. Try to put yourself in their shoes. I recommend doing a thorough strategy and having a competitor marketing audit in there. Be familiar with the other deals that they may be presented with. From a digital standpoint, you're able to see advertisements, you're able to see other deal flow that they're likely going to be seeing in the same sessions that they see your marketing on a website, on an app. So be very familiar and make your deal look good. Make it stand out beyond that.
Got it. So look at your competitors, make sure that your offering, your visuals, your presentation is going to be attractive as possible. And not just attractive, make sure you're speaking to the benefits that they're going to have. Is that a fair summary?
That's correct.
What is the number 4 secret to how to market commercial real estate offerings to investors?
Sure. Sure. So I started touching on strategy there. I'd actually like to go back to that because that's where all good campaigns come from. It's less of a sense of, hey, let's try this one thing, see if it works. If we don't gauge immediate performance, we're stopping it. There's a model I've built called the 8-point plan, written about in Forbes. They had workshops just on this. I was mentioning competitor audit. That's number 2. You want to get a firm sense of what else is going on between the investor and the market, how you're entering those conversations. From there, you can map out audiences, marketing channels, the messaging and visuals that are going to go into each channel, strategic partnership opportunities that can fast track this, and most importantly, projections in an algorithm, impressions, clicks, and conversions. How many times something's going to be seen, how much traffic it's going to produce, how many conversions, whether that's a lead, lower funnel conversions lead to investment that you're anticipating to see based on industry average conversion rates, performance rates all the way through for each channel. So you could identify key drivers, scale up what's working, intentionally ramp up the amount of leads, the amount of investors you're getting once you're seeing those pockets of performance. Alternatively, if a channel is under delivering, you're able to pinpoint where in the performance cycle to focus, where you need to enhance and get a better result, a better response. So aligning on all of this with whoever you're working with on it, whether it's an in-house marketer, even if whether it's what you're doing on your own and you're just whiteboarding it out and looking to see what you're going to measure. The only way to measure is with numbers. Have that algorithm broken down, start there, look at it long term, as we've mentioned. You wouldn't believe how many groups, even at the high level, skip these steps. It probably sounds similar to, outreach. I've heard real estate examples that are door to door, picking up the phone, cold email, LinkedIn, what have you. How many messages do you need to get out there? How many responses are you looking for? How many calls are you projecting for that to be set up? Later level conversions to the point of investment. Digital, very similar. Again, the offline online analogy just allows for more scale, allows for more refinement for the message all along the way too.
Excellent. Let's talk about YouTube ads. I'm just kind of curious. I mean, I've looked at a strategy of making a video where you get a call to action for someone to go somewhere. And as long as it goes over a certain second point, like it doesn't even cost you anything. Like it could be like something like that. And or talk about the paid YouTube ads. Just let's just focus like a laser on YouTube. Because I know advertisement can be expensive, but I still haven't posted one yet, but I'm making some videos for it. And I have a YouTube channel, about 2,000 subscribers. And we're growing a little bit per month, but maybe we can really increase that by more.
Absolutely. I watch YouTube most mornings on my TV. I see videos on my mobile device at times. You can target by device. Not clicking through anything on my TV. There's a chance I will on my phone, but it's more of a tool for awareness. It can be great mid-funnel, by the way. Someone's already been to your site. They've seen the deal, whatever it may be. Now they're seeing videos for you on their TV, on their, desktop at work, whatever it may be. You can have ad formats that are forced view, 5 seconds, 15 seconds, you're going to get a 100% completion rate. You can have ads that users can opt out of. You can bid on these in various ways: cost per view, cost per completed view, cost per view over 30 seconds. There's all different types of approaches to bid on these placements. You could upload your lists, run ads to a specific CRM if it's large enough, email list as a whole. So it's people that you directly want to see you, that you're showing up on their feeds. I've seen different types of formats preferred. There's pre-roll, there's mid-roll, there's post-roll. There are different placements on the page, and that's often where calls to action, the buttons that you would click through, are. You can look at it for suggestions and have ads showing up in the suggested feeds, particularly if you want content consumed. You may not want to be pre-roll and have people opting out 15 seconds in to an hour-long video, but you could show up as one of the recommendations. You can buy these ads for 5-cent cost per view. You can spend light budgets and be able to reach the right audiences and get a critical mass of views to your videos, and from real individuals, not buying views from some vendor that looks like spam, as much as advertising and bidding on a cost per view model.
That's incredible. This is probably why you need to hire Jason Fishman, digitalnicheagency.com, because what you just said is so complex. And seems like a very detailed process that you need an expert to help you. You can go to digitalnicheagency.com. That's digitalnicheagency.com if you want Jason's help. Jason, that's really cool. Okay, so much there with YouTube ads. And why not? Like for people not who would not want to do ads? Like you go, we would skip the ads at this point. Like who otherwise it seems like ads are pretty much a no-brainer, especially for YouTube. And you could set a reasonable budget and give it a shot and track it and see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think the holdup at times when running first advertising is you're focused more on the budget. No one wants to spend a few $1,000s, could be substantially more as a first month budget on advertising. What they're really buying is what comes afterwards, the audience, the traffic, the leads, the investments. So there's a testing period with advertising, and you build these algorithms and you want to see them come to life. Once it's all happening, we usually have clients asking us, how much more can we buy? We can measure things like acquisition cost. If we are seeing a lead come through at $50 to $100, if we're seeing an acquisition cost, maybe it's 25, 50 leads just to get an investor in, and that accounts for no shows and groups that are taking longer, figuring out the quality a little bit, the right channels. That's $2,500 acquisition cost. If the average investment is $100K, there's a 40X. Not only can that be continued, but you would anticipate investors coming at different levels at different points. You'd expect peer-to-peer marketing to occur. You'd expect other types of organic marketing pushes to get the return, to get the multiple at that much greater of a level. And again, at that stage, groups are asking us, how many more of these individuals can we reach? Can we spend twice as much on ads next week? And if that works, twice as much the week afterwards. That's what makes advertising exciting for me, is we're able to open up traffic sources of those hand-picked individuals by market, by income level, by what they're doing online. There's all types of data mining that you could do and upload for ad targeting on top of what the platforms make available to you. I mean, YouTube, you're able to target people if they've completed other videos, let alone if they're subscribers to other channels. You can run to that specific group alone.
It's amazing. I love it, Jason. Anything else that you want to add about the just marketing in general that I haven't already asked you at this point?
I look at it as a content marketing funnel and traffic sources. So you start with strategy, content marketing funnel, traffic sources. I'm generally referring to advertising and direct outreach, and you drive them into that audience, into that funnel to nurture the audience to the point of conversion. Envision it like that. Give yourself enough time. We've seen campaigns not work week 3, that by week 6 or the end of month 3, we're surpassing the anticipated goals. So, you don't want to cut something early. As I was mentioning, the social proof, use as much third-party validation as you can. Market experts, lead investors, any type of visible individual who has a large audience behind them. If you can get them validating your deal, you could use that in ads. You could use that in your content marketing, including your email, your social media, long form content such as this, or videos or articles that you're putting out. We'll work with funds and various types of groups that put out a volume of deals over the course of the year. So the larger they grow their audience, the quicker they can point at their next opportunities and fill their next round with the right individuals. So that's what I see. I know some of the numbers where these groups want to be at in 2025, 2030, very large databases of investors, not just lists, but people who've participated in their deals. So that's what's happening right now in the space.
Excellent. Hey, Jason Fishman, it's been amazing. Are you ready for the lightning round?
Let's do it.
All right. Knowing what you know now, if you could go back to your 25-year-old self, what's the one golden nugget make sure to tell yourself to do?
I'll tell you, it's something my uncle told me when I was 18. Invest in more real estate.
Absolutely. What's your favorite CRM?
Pipedrive. We've moved to also Monday, because that's where our project management board is. So I have it listed on both spots now. You could look at a project management platform like Monday or Notion, but straight CRM. Big fan of the simplicity and gamification of Pipedrive.
Excellent. Favorite social media platform?
I'm on Instagram daily, scrolling through on an individual level. Business for LinkedIn, and that's my most active channel, my largest audience, as well as YouTube for the distribution of my content and consumption. Would be a blend of those three.
Favorite leadership quote that you strive to live by?
Leadership quote?
Or theme. It could be a theme too. It doesn't have to be an exact quote.
There's so many different quotes that I use. It's hard to tell which ones are leadership itself, but I'll pull one from Tony Robbins, where he looks at success being, failure and success being 2 degrees apart. You hit a golf club 2 degrees off, you can end up in the woods. You're taking off from an airport 2 degrees off from your location. It's slight shifts, and you can be at your actual goal. So I'm looking productively. Good marketing requires good problem solving. You could have a down month, have to move things up on what can be managed to the point of effectiveness.
So good. What are you most curious about right now?
Most curious about? Unanswerable curiosity about, I think, along any real estate investor, where the market's going from here, what 2023 will look like.
Yeah, that's we don't know. That's a great point. I'm curious about that too. What book have you recommended the most or gifted the most in the past year?
The E-Myth over time, not just this year, since 2014, it's the entrepreneurial myth. And it's the difference from being self-employed or an actual entrepreneur, and about creating models that are ultimately franchisable, not to franchise, but so that they are working without you. They can be replicated, scaled, expanded, and that success can be at higher levels. So I've learned a lot from that book. I share it. I bought it for many people.
Last question, Jason. If all your success helping all the people you've helped, how do you stay centered in your values, and how do you stay encouraged to charge forward to reach new heights?
I try to balance out my demanding work schedule and activities offline. I like to think I'm the same person. They say the most successful people, you can't tell whether they're working or playing. They're just going after that vision of perfection. But I try to detach from my phone nighttime, good majority of the weekend, unless something's set up. And that keeps me grounded. That keeps me refreshed. That gets me excited to wake up Monday morning and recharged, regardless the amount of obstacles or volume of deals we're working on at that moment. It to me has been that refresher.
Jason Fishman, I want to thank you for being on the show. I want to encourage you to keep using your gifts of capturing story, transferring of energy, and thirst for life to help people with, create an amazing business and grow their business with marketing and all the expertise that you bring to the table. That being said, if people want to get in touch with you, Jason, would you remind them one last time what's the best place for them to find you?
My website and/or LinkedIn, Jason Fishman on LinkedIn. Befriend me, send me an invitation. I will respond. Would be happy to set up a call, welcome a warm marketing discussion at any point.
Excellent. And also digitalnicheagency.com is his other place too, if you want to check them out there. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to another part of the another episode of the Capital Gains Tax Solutions podcast, where we believe most high net worth individuals and those who help them, they struggle with clarifying their capital gains tax deferral options. Also sometimes struggle with their digital marketing, options and strategy and YouTube and ads and all this stuff. And, hiring a team of experts to help you either exit highly appreciated assets, or a team like Jason and his team to help you grow your business marketing wise is a great way to create more wealth, to grow your business. And so you can check out Jason, like I said, at his website, digitalnicheagency.com. And if you want to learn more about the deferred sales trust and start your exit plan today, we have a free ebook you can download. by going to capitalgainstaxsolutions.com. That's capitalgainstaxsolutions.com. We also have a free mastermind. Love for you to join. It's like a masterclass mastermind every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Everyone is invited. You can go to capitalgainstaxsolutions.com to register for that. And also appreciate everyone listening to us on Expert CRE Secrets. Appreciate you out there. Please rate, review, subscribe. Please like the video if you're watching this on YouTube. Please, any support you can provide, we so appreciate that. And look for the new book that's coming out, by the way. It's called Building a Tax Deferred Exit Strategy. And we have some really smart people like Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank, financial advisors, commercial real estate experts. I have a few chapters in there as well, talking about how to do that, how to build and exit an asset in a way that makes a lot of sense tax-wise and wealth-wise. We so appreciate everyone out there.